Here at the Cinemark in Missouri City, a little bit outside of Sugarland. I just finished Ready or Not, Here I Come, Part 2, and this movie is great. I laughed a little bit more in this one. There's blood and gore and guts, a lot more. You see the dynamic of Catherine and the other actress, and they play sisters, and you see their chemistry, and they've been away from each other for a very long time. And a simple fact that this movie shows you that they've been away for a very long time. They've been away from each other for a while. And she only comes back into the fold because she's her emergency contact from the very end of the first movie. And the very end of the first movie is the beginning of the first movie, and also it's the same thing. Same rules will apply. They pretty much both of them get hunted down, but the main sister, the sister that we followed in the first movie, is used to it. The other one's not. The other one doesn't follow by the rules. She follows by the rules, but she follows by the rules, but the other sister doesn't. It ends up following a different path. Then she ends up following a different path and always does her own thing, but she ends up coming back because her sister gets captured. All these things happen, and it's an interesting, fun horror film. Like I said, more blood and guts. Some funny things happen this time. The way they play the game this time is that there's a head chair, and whoever has the ring of the head chair, whoever has the ring holds the head chair, and they still do a hell, the enemy, I like to call them. And it's still based on that kind of thing, concept. But the one guy from The Pit is in here. He plays also in The Pit. He plays like a general. Not in The Pit. He plays in The Pit. He plays like a general army guy. Not the general, but a genuinely general army guy that's in the hospital. But in this one he plays an heir of a rich kid, but he's an adult kid. So he's an adult rich guy, but he's an heir to a rich guy that controls the whole game of this. And then there's other people playing in this, and their families, if they die, their families step in. And there's one scene with this ex-girlfriend of her fiance, Alex or whatever, in the first movie, comes and hunts down the main girl that we've been following from the first movie. And it's a funny scene because they play I Need You More Than Ever, Need You More Now, that song. And then Catherine plays Grace. Grace, there's Grace, and then I think she plays Hope. I think Hope is Catherine, and Grace is the main girl, and they still go their separate ways. The guy from The Pit's trying to kill her, but they use her for leverage, and then Grace ends up killing the main guy, and she changed the game around. Like, anyone holds this ring for past dawn, and she changed the whole organization around of them saying hell, the enemy, and stuff like that. And it ends pretty nicely. I like the ending. I don't know if this is going to make a third movie Hopefully not. They ended at 2, but if they do a third, that's great. But yeah, I loved it. Ready or Not 2 is great. Ready or Not 2 Here I Come is great. I love it. Let's keep this going. I loved it. I loved it more than the first one. The first one was really boring when I first watched it. Then when I rewatched it, I remember some of the scenes, but now I know why. Now I know why now I know why it was boring, and now I know why it was unforgettable, because nothing was enticing me. Nothing. I didn't get an appetizer. I didn't get a meal. I didn't get dessert. I got an appetizer. I got a meal. I got a dessert, and I got a midnight snack with this. Even though it's only 11 o'clock. It's almost midnight. I got a midnight snack. I got all those things in this movie. I got everything I wanted. Them hunting, them doing the same hide and go. This is Star-Lord, aka Austin, and yeah, I watched Ready or Not Here I Come 2, and at Cinemark down in Missouri City, and the XD screening. That screening was amazing. It's so big and wide. I never experienced that before, and also they had like red glowing lights when you walked in, and on the walls, and white and red, as C3 Films would say, red lights. That was kind of cool experience to have that there, walking in, and also just seeing the widescreen, and then they actually have little tables for you to put your popcorn and drink on there. Well, they have a drink holder inside on the table, and you can pull the table away like you're like kind of like observing a professor talk, kind of like a desk kind of table. And yeah, that movie was just fantastic. Elijah Wood is in this, so if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings, go support him. If you like the girl from Abigail or Lisa Frankenstein, support her, and support the main person in here. It's fantastic. She's fantastic in here. I got me a popcorn bucket from Super Mario Bros., but not the Luigi. I mean, not the Yoshi one. I mean, and not the Star one, but just the regular cheap old cup and popcorn bucket. It was a fun experience. I normally go to AMC. I would see that movie either Dolby or Prime, and the IMAX is working because it's renovating. I want to saw an IMAX, but the closest IMAX to me right now is XD. It was a fun experience, and that's all I gotta say for this video. Just want to say how fun and cool the XD experience was for that movie, Ready or Not. So go check Ready or Not. It's pretty fantastic.